Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we're taking a look at the Battle Armor Black Ranger from the Imaginext Mighty Morphin Power Rangers collection. This is one of the few ones that I was still missing. I have recently also picked up the Yellow Ranger armor. The only one I'm missing is the Blue Ranger, and unfortunately they did not make a Pink Ranger, so that is a bit of a bummer. So it will be difficult to get all six. They also didn't make a White Ranger, but they did make a Green Ranger, so if you think of one kind of complete set of the team at that given time, it would be possible if they had made a pink, but they did not. And unfortunately, the blue one is all but vanished. I got lucky enough to find this for a decent price on Amazon, but for some reason the Blue Ranger armor is like $35 or higher on Amazon, so I don't know. Maybe it's in the cards one day, but for the foreseeable future, don't know if that's going to happen. But you can see on the back, you plug the Mastodon on top and he gets this really neat armor. I think these are a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed the other ones that I've been able to collect. So I would love to complete the collection one day, but even if I can find the blue one, it's a bummer there's no pink pterodactyl one. But this says, how will the Black Ranger protect himself and the world from invaders? By calling upon his Mastodon Zord from beneath the glaciers. When this Dinozord is placed over the Black Ranger, it morphs into armor, so he can defeat monsters with ease and use his power axe to cut down evil forces. With this 2-in-1 set, kids' imaginations are sure to double. So very cool. I think this one looks great, very excited. Let's go ahead and get it out of the package so we can take a closer look. So here is the Black Ranger and his little Mastodon out of the packaging. Real quick, the Black Ranger is pretty much the same as the previous Black Rangers from the 2-pack with Billy, from the Mastodon. I think the Mastodon might have had colored in diamonds, actually. But I know the 2-pack with Billy this is pretty much identical. The head doesn't move. I'm assuming that's because of how it fits into the armor. But normal shoulder, wrist, and waist articulation for Imaginext. He can hold the axe there in his hand. Not the same axe that comes in the 2-pack, but still looks pretty cool. Now the other thing about this is it has this hinge here, so you can spin this around and do this, and I'm not really sure if this is supposed to be like a gun, which I guess it could be. You could... Can you fit it in his hand like this? I guess not really, but you could put it in his hand like this and make it look like a much longer blade, which is kind of neat. Or I guess you could still put it in his hand like this and just look like a longer axe. So I don't know. I don't really know what that hinge is there for. I've tried to look on the packaging and I don't see anything. I mean, it is possible I just missed something, but I really looked and I didn't see anything. But either way, I think that's cool. Gives you a couple ways to play with the axe, so that's pretty neat. The little Mastodon's pretty adorable. I love the head. The yellow and the green all look great. The trunk has a little bit of articulation, which is really cool. And the tusks look fantastic. You have this nice red M. So overall, he looks pretty cool. You can store the axe here on the side. And that will eventually be the back in the little armor mode. So you just take this guy, you want to put the arms straight down and just drop him over top. And once the kind of headpiece gets actuated or activated, that kind of drops everything else down. Then you can move the hands out. So you see, and it doesn't really fit secure. I feel like some of the other ones kind of not snap into place, but just fit a little bit snugger on the head. This guy doesn't really seem to do that. You can see the Mastodon feet kind of hang down here for shin guards. It's got the nice M. If you want to put the tusk, or the trunk, these are the tusks, put the trunk against the head a little bit just to collapse it, you can. And I know it's really difficult to see, but you can kind of see the head of the Ranger through there. I don't know what it is about this helmet, but with the hood and kind of the visor, it just kind of reminds me of Master Chief from Halo. I don't know why. Just the vibe it kind of gives off. And then again, of course, you can put the axe in his hand. So it's pretty cool. It's, like I said, it's a little long. Like, if you're just displaying it, it looks great. If you try to pick it up, it, like, moves around a lot. But of course, you can also take this and put it on the back if you want him to kind of have his axe on his back, which I think that looks really cool. I love seeing that over his shoulder like that. I think that's cool. Now, when you go to take it off, it can be a little difficult. You kind of need to put the arms back in and then kind of lift these out first and then pick it up off his head. Otherwise, he can get stuck in there. So you kind of want to push this all back in and then push the head down, and that's what kind of snaps everything in place. But yeah, very neat, very simple gimmick, but I like it. I think it's fun. It's not the most successful as far as the armors go. I kind of think that the red and green rangers are kind of the best so far out of the ones that I've played with, but I definitely like this one a lot. I really like the tiny mastodon, and I think the armor looks kind of neat. And I really like the axe weapon. I think they did a nice job. And like I said, you have this extra bit of detail here that I don't really know what it's for, but I kind of like the look of this as like, you know, an axe handle for a sword, like a guard for a sword. So I think that kind of looks neat. But overall, it's a fun little set. If you can find it for a reasonable price, I definitely recommend it. I wouldn't go crazy and spend like $30 on the thing like the Blue Ranger one. I'm so disappointed because the Blue Ranger one is the one I by far want the most. And that's the one that's super hard to find and expensive, so that's a bummer. But in any case, this is a very cool set. I definitely recommend it. Like I said, if you can find it for a reasonable price, close to retail. And yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like and share the video. Please subscribe. I hope you guys have enjoyed this look at the Battle Armored Black Ranger from Imaginext Power Rangers. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching.